Hi everyone, Caroline here. Today I'm going to do a little tutorial on stamping on fabric for Stamptagious. For those of you that are fans of Stamptagious and buy all the lovely stamps from Nicola Elliott, the designer, there are so many things you can do with these stamps. They're absolutely brilliant. If you haven't already got them, go along to Create and Craft and you can buy them from there, or you can join our Stamptagious group on Facebook and contact Nicola Elliott, and if they're not available on Create and Craft, you can buy from her direct if there's any left. She will always do her best to supply. Okay, let's get started. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a wardrobe hanger. For the launch, I did a Jubilee bag, and everyone was asking how I did the stamping on the Jubilee bag, so that's why I'm doing this today. But I thought to do something different. I got these off eBay, and they're for hanging in your wardrobe, and they smell beautiful. This one is Freesia, and I made a little bag, and it was just a simple piece of white fabric sewn on the three sides, just enough for it to slot in like that. And then obviously when I've finished stamping, I'll fold it over at the top and I'll sew along the top to hem it in, secure it in. Okay, it is important when you are stamping on fabric is have a piece of card behind for where you're stamping, and this is just to make sure that the ink and paint etc doesn't go right through, because it can do when you're stamping and when you're colouring and when you're painting on it. It can go right through, so just have that piece of card in just to secure it. I make sure that your work surface is very clean, because obviously fabric is going to pick up marks and dirt and inks, and you don't want that. I actually have a Eureka stamping platform I have just for doing fabric, because my other one, you will see, is very well used, and it has a lot of ink and stuff on it, so even though I clean it every day, the sponge underneath sometimes gets ink on it, and that's a worry when doing fabric. Okay, you'll need an iron, and you'll need to be able to. I have let me just pop this in here. I have a small iron I got from Dunelm, and it's just a little mini iron. You can buy little travel irons anywhere really, off eBay, Amazon, or wherever you can, and they're handy for your craft room. I have a little ironing pad, again I got this at Dunelm, so it's just handy to have these things in. Now, stamping on fabric, and if you think, oh, I don't sew, and I don't have a sewing machine, don't worry about that. You can buy blanks, and I will put some links in the description for places where you can buy blanks, like little purses. This was from Baker Ross, so you can make little purses, get little purses, and you don't have to sew. Again, this was Baker Ross, and it's a little bag, a little hold-all bag if you want to do something for a child, you know, something special for them. Again, Baker Ross. You can buy the blanks there, and of course you can buy tote bags, pencil cases, all sorts of things that you can stamp on and personalise them, and you don't have to do any sewing whatsoever. But if you do sew, that's fine. Today I'm just doing this one because I had this sachet and I thought, oh, that'll be nice. So let's get started. Okay, very important, you need your magnets, because with the fabric it does because it can move. You need to make sure that it's not going to move once you stamp. because sometimes you have to stamp maybe 2 or 3 times and you do not want that fabric moving, so do make sure it's got plenty of magnets down for it. Okay, to use these stamps, so it's the new birthday cake launch, which are fabulous. This lady that's a cupcake for her dress that I did on my Jubilee bag, and she's going to go there. Okay, put that down. And of course, for my ink, I use Versacraft ink, whichever way the camera is going to display this. It's Versacraft, and that's especially for fabric, paper, wood and more, but definitely fabric. And you can get the re-inker, the Versacraft re-inker, so you don't have to keep buying new pads. You can just keep re-inking if it's not very inky. Stamp it up. Just make sure, can you see that ink across there? That can go on your fabric. So just double check when you put it down you've got no ink showing other than what's on your stamp, because it does not go on your fabric. That's it. I'm using my pressure tool that I made out of a lid from a candle, and I have done a tutorial of that on my YouTube if you're interested. You can see I need to stamp again, so that's important it stays in the same place. It is annoying sometimes when it just goes out of place and you go down and you've got that little shadow. Oh, that's much better, but I'll just press that down there. Let the ink soak in. That's a good impression. I'll just clean my my stamp. I got this this wiper from Home Bargains, and oh, was it B&M? I think it was B&M, and they're brilliant. I've had a couple of these, and they do wipe your stamps. Fantastic. Either side you can use, and they're really great. Don't leave any fluff. That's good. So we're going to build up this picture now. We're going to have the little poodle at the side. We've got her little doggy with her. Pop that there. They really are brilliant stamps, these. I do love them. I think there are still some of their other collections available. You can always ask Nicola about that, and I will find out if you're interested. That's gone down first time, hasn't it? Lovely. And then we've got the, you can see this on there, a stack of, where's the stack of cupcakes? Let's find it. On this set, you've got a stack of cupcakes. does his balancing cupcakes on his nose. And I think she's saying, goodness me, what are you doing, Poodle? There he is. He's got cupcakes and he's balancing those. Always check your fingers as well. Make sure that your fingers are clean. I use just hand wipes, baby wipes, and it just gets any ink. You know, you've been handling you're taking your stamps off. It just leaves that little residue of ink, doesn't it? Okay. Along the bottom here, I'm going to have a little baking party going on. Because they're baking all these cakes. Let's find these little mice. There they are. On this set, you see the little mice. So we've got them baking there. And on this one, we've got another lady with a baking bowl and spoon. And some other little ones. It's a busy little kitchen, is this? And this little one is looking up at the doggy with all those cupcakes, thinking, what are you doing? Okay. Let's try and pull that back there. That one to there. That should do it. Yep. Just get another magnet, pop that up there. Rightio. These are such fun, aren't they? And they're nice for making cards as well, and gift cards, especially for people who love baking. If you have friends that are bakers and cake makers, they will love this, absolutely love this. You could do little business cards, couldn't you? There they are. That's the busy kitchen going on downstairs. And then take these off, put them back. I try to put them back on my carrier sheets because otherwise they get lost. Just wondering if I can fit another one along the bottom there, just there. I've got one, a lady with no, I'll leave it, I'll leave that. we've got the words Yummy Mummy on here, and Hello, Life's So Sweet. I'm going to put Yummy Mummy. Up here. Yummy Mummy. Wipe my fingers. Make sure that glass perspex is clean. That's it. Okay. Is that just one more little ink in? That's it. Yummy Mummy. Take that one off. And I think for the side here, I think we'll do the cat. Yes. This one has got the really funny cat on, with a little mouse on top, blowing one of the little party blowers. And of course it's got the little coffee cup as well. I'm going to put that in her hand. So that's going to go on after. But for now, we'll put the cat here. It should be cards down there. Poor cat. It's a mouse jumping on its head. They make up such lovely little pictures and stories. They really do. Okay. Let that soak into the fabric. There we are. Then get the cup on her hand there. She's got herself a cup of coffee. She's needing it. She's needing her morning coffee. There we are. Lovely. So we've got a nice little scene now. That's all my stamping done. So I'll put those over there. And then I can get on with the colouring. Okay. So move that out of the way. And what we do, we bring in our ironing pad. And the reason we iron it is it needs sealing. when you stamp on fabric, you have to heat seal it, and that's why I use my iron. I have just a bit of oddment fabric I put over just to protect the surface in case anything comes off onto my iron. There we are. So that's all ready for colouring now. Now, like I did on my bag, I'm going to do her in a red, white and blue. And you do need fabric paints. These are Cosmic Shimmer paints that I use. I use those. There's another one called Artiste, and that's fabric paint. And I think you can buy on Baker Ross or the eBay, and you can get fabric paints on there quite cheaply. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on them. And of course I have my fabric pens. Again, you can go on Arteza website or eBay or anywhere like that and get fabric marker pens. Okay, right. I'll start with her cupcake dress. So I have a little palette. You don't need much, just pop a little bit in. Just a little bit. And you need your paintbrush. It's so easy painting on fabric, it really is. And it's good fun. And it makes a change when making cards and things like that. It's sometimes when you're making cards all the time, you get a bit bored with it and your mojo goes, as they say. So doing something on fabric just makes little gifts. They're lovely. I want to do her heart. And while I've got the red, I'm going to do a cherry on top of this cupcake here. And I'm going to do this little poodle's nose like a cherry as well. And now we'll do a top blue. I'm going to use one out of my my cheaper ones from my packet there. Do a dress blue. I think she's the cupcake queen. Do the little dresses on the mice. It's quite unique, isn't it, when you do something like this? You can't buy it in the shops, can you? I went to Poodle's Body Blue. These other little ladies' dresses in red. Because we're going with the Jubilee theme. She's got an apron on, so we're going to leave that white. There we are. And the cupcake cases. A red, white and a blue. Red, white and blue. Red, white, blue, red. Okay. And her cup. Now for her skin, I do a little mix, and I use the brown, the Artiste brown, and I put some of that in. Just get my little spatula. In my little drawer of tricks. Not too much brown. And I'm going to add some white to that now to lighten it. Give it a good mix. More white, I think. I'll try a little bit of pink in there. A little bit of pink going on in there. A bit of skin colour. It's still a bit dark for my liking, that. And add some pearl. But while I've got the darker brown, I'm going to do the coffee cup, because that's a bit of a latte colour, isn't it? And the jug. The mixing bowl. Takes a bit of mixing sometimes to get a colour for skin colour, getting it nice and light. So you don't need a tiny little bit of brown, and I put too much brown in there. Let's keep mixing colours until you get the right shade for skin. Add a little bit of, I've got like a reddy orange here as well. Some of that in. more white. We'll mix that up. That's looking better. That's looking more of a tan colour, isn't it? So you can always use a little bit of fabric, a little bit of spare fabric if you're unsure about your colour, and then just put it on and you think, oh, yep, that's fine, and you're not ruining your picture. So you need a fine brush. Do a face. Her arms. There we are. She's lovely, isn't she? So that was a lot of mixing for a little bit of the oh dear. Not to worry. Got a cupcake on her head. She really is the cupcake queen, isn't she? And cherries on top. And now the mice, I'm going to do a grey for the mice. So a little bit of black, but only a dot of black. Just a dot of black. Just a little dot of black. And some white. Just so they're a little pale grey. Do the spoon silver after. That's it. There we are. And now I'm going to get a bit of white just on its own. And I'm just going to put some little bit of shading on the jug and the bowl, so they don't look flat, just like you do with your colouring on your cards. The honey, which is a honey pot here, I'm going to do with a little bit of gold. Just a little bit of gold. And gold for the spoon. And there's a little bird there, and I'm going to do him as a little blue bird. Let's just pop this in. You know, such fun painting these. Now the mice have pink in their ears, so I'm going to add a little bit of pink in their ears. In fact, I'm going to use one of my marker pens. They have a thick end and they have a fine end. So I'm going to use the fine end and just do a bit of pink in the ears. That's good. Now we've got this cat, and I'd like to do him as a ginger cat. So I'm going to use a bit of like an orangey and yellow. So first I'll do him in an orange. Isn't this fun? You give this to somebody as a gift and I think, gosh, where did you get that? And they say, well, I made it. And that makes it very, very special. Some yellow. Oops. Bit heavy-handed there. Just under these stripes. There's a proper little ginger tomcat. That's good. And now we need to heat seal it. Move my things out of the way and I don't get anything on my fabric, which I have done there. Before you heat seal, if you have any little marks, spray with water because it will bring it out because it's not been heat sealed. So double check for anything. Let's do this in bits. Once it's heat sealed, it can wash. I've had mine in the washer, my tote bags, and they come out great. So it can be washed. I've left this white because it's the icing on the cake. So that's it, guys. We've finished our painting, and it's all heat sealed. You can then take your card out. Take your card out. Put your sachet in. And then I'll take it down and I will sew along there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this away as a free gift on our Stamptagious group. I will leave a link in the description to our group, and if you want to be in with a chance of winning this, do come and join us, and you will have a chance to win this. Okay, if you've enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up, and if you wish to subscribe to watch any more of my crafting videos, feel free to subscribe. And I hope you've had fun watching this. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.